Yeah, I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers.
I don't know what you're doing.
I want you to
right
get
now,
your
but
mouse.
I want you to check me out.
And I want you to check me out.
Get ready to do this. It's the relationship rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Then subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the relationship rehab.
Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Revan, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things, you know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that done click the link, that done click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' blow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. Ooh, we gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you had a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go.
To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you, telling you.
Why did that change? There we go. God damn it. All right. And now I hear that little hissing sound. So just bear with me, y'all. Bear with me for 2 seconds. This is got to be because of that damn update. All right, that's set and that's set. And then I need to change this. Yup. Noise gate should be on now. Is that better? Nope, that's the wrong one. It's noise suppression. Noise suppression should be on. There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. I can close that. And I can close that. Close out all these damn apps. I don't need them open right now. All right. My bad. I apologize. I updated my damn stream software and it set some shit back to default. But y'all should be able to hear me now. Shouldn't be no problemos. We should be good. Yes, yes, yes. Give me a thumbs up or press 1 if y'all can hear me. All right, for sure. My bad. Like I said, I hope I missed y'all. I hope that y'all missed me just a little bit. But tonight I'm back with another show and we gonna get it in on tonight. I had to take some time to do some family stuff. I had to make a few moves and I needed a little break. I just needed a little break to recharge my batteries. Now I'm back and I'm good. So shout out to everybody for joining the show. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with your boy. And tonight, even though it's late, we still gonna have ourselves a funky good time. I guarantee you that. One thing I did want to touch on in the beginning of the show before we got into the meat and potatoes is the fact that them Bears got that win today, baby. Hey, now from last week to this week, we still got some opportunities. We ain't Super Bowl ready yet. We definitely not. But I can say this about my Bears. They're looking better, but I still think the problem is Nagy. Our coach, he got to go. I believe he's the reason why we lost last week. Nagy is too conservative with the offense. I've never understood how coaches who could either be potentially on the bubble or a coach that is just like not winning. When you not winning, it's a good and a bad thing because now, especially when you ain't expected to win, you should be throwing out everything. You should be so much more aggressive as a coach with your play calling, risk taking, everything. You should be opening up your offense and letting loose your defense. You should be risking the blitz and everything because you can explain it to her. Why did you do this? And hey man, I'm trying to get a win. We trying to win. So I don't understand why Nagy gets so conservative. And you'll notice is if you go back, Nagy gets very conservative when he plays against big-time coaches. He was literally scared of McVay. Do you realize that game last week against the Rams? They did not throw the ball like I think it was. They didn't throw the ball like past 15 yards or some shit like that. I mean, just straight conservative. I don't understand why he's like that in big games. He acts like the coach from Bobby Boucher, Coach Klein. You know how Coach Klein would get nervous and get scared, and when he got his playbook took it, he acts like that. I don't get it, but nevertheless, we got that W today. Defense was looking good. Justin Fields got some tick today. You know, I hope Andy gets better. I guess, but I don't wish no injury on nobody, but I hope he get better. But it was good to see them boys moving that ball today. They played really good. The defense was very good today. So shout out to my Bears.
And that game tonight, the night game, that was a good game, boy. Man, Lamar Jackson made a statement, Jack, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that football today. But I will say this about another story. This is what I really want to talk about. Has anybody been watching this national news? The Gabby case, Gabby Petrino, whatever her name is, Polito. Gabby Polito and her fiance Brian Laundrie. Now I watched the and shout out to my man DJ Just J, first one in the chat. Salute to you, broski. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all click that like button. Shout out to everybody on United Guns of America. But have y'all been watching this case about the couple, the young girl, she like 22, and the older gentleman, he ain't that old, but whatever. Dude named Brian Laundrie. They are going out on this cross-country trip across the country. They supposed to be driving from Florida all the way to, I don't know, I think it was Oregon or some shit, whatever. But at some point throughout this trip, round about in Wyoming, old Gabby then came up missing. Now, when I saw this and I saw the police interaction, it's like an hour-long interaction that they had because they got pulled over by the police because they was both arguing. Gabby Petito, there we go. And I really saw, like, in my opinion, I saw the police kind of screw up. And they kind of screwed up by being too nice. And I've always said in domestic disputes, you always go by the book. And I think that because they didn't, and they made all these special arrangements and all this extra loop-de-loops and underlays for the overlays that they tried to do to help these two out, I believe it's going to come back and bite them officers in the ass. I believe that. And I was thinking about doing a video breakdown of it and I just want to do the parts that they did where they went wrong. So I wouldn't do that whole hour because it was just a bunch of extra shit in there that didn't need to be in there, but whatever. But I did want to show where they went. And I think, in my opinion, I believe the officers did wrong. They did the wrong thing. Domestic disputes and the rules and the laws around domestic disputes are there for a reason. If somebody fuck up, lock them up. Just lock them up. Because someone can now say, because of all of the shit they did trying to help them out, had they locked her up like she should have been, or locked him up, whatever way you want to look at it, if they would have locked her up, you could potentially say that she may not have been killed or found dead, because they found her body, I think today or yesterday, they found her remains. And pretty much everybody pretty much knew that they ain't no 22-year-old girl gonna be able to survive out in the wilderness for no 10 days. She had been missing, hadn't been heard from for damn near almost 2 weeks. And when they said that, and I said, he driving around with her and they just in this car together, and she got anxiety and OCD, and he dealing with her and going back and forth, and they done already had a little scuffle here and there. So I'm sure that ain't the first or the last time that they've had fisticuffs, and it's just a matter. I said, yeah, she's probably dead. She's probably dead. So I said the chances of her still being alive after all this time, yeah. And everybody's mad, and this is what really killed me too. And I'll get off into the show after this. This is what really killed me too. Everybody's mad because this dude ain't talking. First off, you know good and goddamn well, if some blonde young white girl come up missing, you know damn well that somebody got to go to jail. Number one. Number two, if he did it, why in the fuck would he talk at all? Of course I'm not going to cooperate with the police and I didn't kill my fiance. Duh. It was like people like, yeah, he got a lawyer. And like they were shocked. I'm like, motherfucker, I would have got a lawyer too. Can you imagine A young 22-year-old white girl is missing, and the last motherfucker they said that was with her was my ass? Boy, please. I'd have did Brian Redmond, would have did just what Brian Laundrie did. Lawyer. Lawyer. And what did the lawyer say? Shut your mouth. Don't say a damn thing. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out my face, Blue. That's what the lawyer said. Shut up. Don't say nothing. Of course. What I'm going to talk to them for? Cooperate with them for? They gonna find somebody. Somebody's got to swing for this. Just saying. I didn't get that at all, but I was not shocked, especially when they said he ain't cooperating with the police. I said, oh, yeah, I know he did it. And he know he did it. And the lawyer know he did it. And it's just going to be a matter of time before her body pop up. I said, that body going to come up and then they going to lock him up. They going to bring him in and they going to, yep, that's what's going to happen. But, hey, we going to see where this one goes. Hopefully there's enough. I don't know if, because with him not talking, I don't believe that there's enough evidence for them to say, yeah, you did it. Unless they got some great evidence on her body from the remains and all that stuff, then that was it. If that was a black dude, he would have been locked up. Look, let me tell you something, Robin Mark. If it was a black dude, they would have brought the electric chair right to his front porch and plugged it in, because a nigga would have had to talk. Niggas love to talk. They got that nigga in that interrogation room, got him a 6-inch Subway sandwich, a pack of Newports, and a Mystic, and that nigga would have told, and some cigarettes, a sandwich, and a Mystic, strawberry grape. That nigga would have told everything. He would have said everything, but he killed her. I was there, but I didn't do it. I didn't kill her. I seen her. I saw her, but I wasn't, I mean, I left. I left for that. That thing, boy, the few bites of that salmon, smoking that Newport, that nigga would be like, yeah, man, that bitch, man, she pissed me off. Y'all know I ain't lying. As soon as you get a nigga a Subway sandwich, a pack of cigarettes, and a Mystic, boys, that's like giving that nigga, what's that shit they call it, the truth serum? That's like truth serum to a nigga. They be like, look, let's get a truth serum. I forgot what they call that shit. Somebody gonna remember. They gonna be like, look, get some truth serum. Let's get this guy shit sodium pentothal. Like, let's get this nigga in. Like, no, we don't need that. That sergeant would have been like, look, take this $10. Go get a 6-inch Subway sandwich, a 6-inch BMT. Get a strawberry grape. Get a strawberry grape or kiwi strawberry Mystic, and a pack of Newport 100s in a box. Bring that back here. Oh, and a bag of chips. You can get a bag of Lay's or barbecue. And now, better yet, make a Doritos and bring it back here. Boy, that nigga would have been sitting there like, I ain't got nothing to say, man. I don't know nothing about it. I ain't seen. Hey, man, look, all I know is, I just been driving. I ain't seen her in a few days. Boy, it'd have been like 20 minutes later. That nigga had been finished off them Doritos. The Doritos got them orange fingers. He like, man, so look. All I got to say is, man, she was the one who hit me first. Like, oh, here we go. Here we go. This nigga spilling the beans. Man, all I did, I just pushed her and I left. I don't know nothing else. They're like, come on, man, stand up, turn around, man. That nigga would have had on the same shit he killed the end of everything. The nigga would have had on the same clothes he killed her in. He'd have had on he would have had all of the shit he used would have been in the truck. Shout out to my man Bolo, hit your boy with $5. Appreciate you. He'd have had all the shit he used to get rid of the body, the shovel, and everything would have still been in the back of the van. And the nigga would have picked up another bitch along the way and told her. That bitch in the other room, a crackhead or some shit like, yeah, he said he killed old girl, but she deserved it. That nigga had a cooperating witness and everything. So that's why niggas go to jail. This ain't nothing about being racist. It's the fact that we love to talk. We get into that cell, boy, and get that food and that drink in a square. Hey, boy, it's just a matter of time. That's all that is. But be that as it may, hey, we'll see how this one unfolds, and hopefully, they'll find out what happened to her. I definitely want to know what happened to her, like how she died. But yeah. Hey, Mr. Maxwell said, and I got your email too, Mr. Maxwell. He said sun chips from Subway. Niggas don't eat them sun chips. Nah, we got to have them Doritos, barbecue, or plain Lay's. That's it. That's all we want. Or Flaming Hots. If it's one of them Subways in the hood, you might find Flaming Hots in there. But I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and let's move into the show. Without further ado, here's my favorite part of the show. Talk to us, baby.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Lion Tribe said, who paying for them Newports? Them shit's like $8 that. Hey, look, let me tell you something. To anybody, all of my cigarette smokers, I don't know how y'all do it. Because I think in Chicago, squares is like $10 a pack. I don't know how y'all do it. I saw my boy, my brother Preem in here. Preem, you here? You still smoking cigarettes? I don't know how y'all do it. Them squares are getting taxed so much. I mean, if I ain't mistaken, I want to say that was the last time I checked. Shit, they like, oh my God, nigga, you got to be lying. They like $17 down in downtown Chicago. Oh my God, $12.80, man, shit. He said, I buy mine in Tinley Park and pay $9. Hey, look, do y'all realize that I remember when my mama used to smoke squares? My mama ain't smoked squares, shit, damn near 25, 30 years. But I'm just saying, I remember when cigarettes was like $2. I remember on everything. I remember when motherfuckers got mad when squares went up to $2.50. Motherfuckers was tripping like, what the fuck is going? Why they making these cigarettes so high? Shout out to my man Drayton, hit your boy over $5. Motherfuckers was going the fuck off when squares hit $2.50. $17, $12, $13, $15. Man, I can't do it. Y'all niggas gotta, y'all, man, please. I would buy my own tobacco seed. Find me a vacant lot or some plot of land somewhere and grow my own tobacco leaves. Pick those leaves. Harvest those leaves. Then I would dry them leaves out, make up my own concoction. I don't give a damn if I just soak them in Hennessy. And then I would dry them out and roll my own squares before I pay $17 for a pack of squares. Fuck that. I'd be a cigarette rolling mother. They'd be like, boy, y'all see that nigga Brian? That nigga Brian rolled a motherfucking square board in about 30 seconds. That nigga's insane. Yup. Y'all remember when on Tom and Jerry, when Tom made that cigar, that cigarette, when he was Texas Tom, when he was walking and he came out and he squeezed that little pouch and that little tobacco went in that paper and he rolled that shit up, took Jerry, squoze that nigga and made him lick the paper, rolled the square up, flicked it in the air, shot his gun to light it and caught it in his mouth, inhaled it and blew out. I think he blew out the word cowboy or some shit like that in the smoke. How am I talking about this?
If you're ever down in Texas, look me up. If you're ever down in Texas, look me up. Am I right or am I realer? Man, this show is a killer diller. If you're ever down in Texas, look me up.
All right, y'all, I'm done fucking around. I ain't been on here in a while, so y'all got to forgive me. I miss y'all.
Woo! When you see me, I'll be saying howdy do, howdy do.
Then them cows horn like,
Am I right or am I realer? Man, this show is a killer diller. If you're ever down in Texas, look me up.
y'all ain't seen that. YouTube, Texas Tom, or Tom and Jerry. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm a Tom and Jerry aficionado. All right, here we go. So, if you saw the title, it says, knife-wielding man Robert Anderson killed in cold blood by California Highway Patrol. Ain't that something? Well, let's see what happened. Warning. The following video contains graphic content that may be disturbing to some viewers. Discretion is advised. So that means if you shout out to who is that that hit me with the $20? Somebody on the PayPal side. Shout out to Glenda. Thank you so much. If you don't like to see people get shot, now is the time for you to stop watching. That's what that means, okay? Okay? Now, there's somebody else that may be watching this and will be saying so at some point, I don't see what's so hilarious about this video. I don't know why y'all are laughing that a man got shot. Let me tell you something. I don't know this nigga. And the fact that this nigga did what he did, because I've done this so much and I suffer from PTSD and I've been desensitized by America, shit like this is somewhat amusing. So I apologize already if you think I shouldn't be laughing at this, because I don't watch it and I'm still gonna laugh. So without further ado, let's do this. In fact, I'm gonna make it a little bigger. All right. Before we get started, let me frame this up for you. So this is a domestic violence service call, right? From the police. What's the worst kind of call police officers want to make or want to take? That's right. Domestic violence, because domestic violence can always go left at any given moment. So there's been a call put into the police that there's a nigga out here. There's a nigga out here running around with a motherfucking knife in and out of traffic. Okay? That's why the police is there. For all of my supposedly people that know, why was the police there anyway? They didn't have no probable cause to stop him. Why did they even show up and try to talk to this man? He was minding his own business. Before y'all even get to say that, police got called not just by some random drive-by person, but by this man's woman. Yep, that is. So all these people that be talking about, we should police our own selves. We can have crisis workers come out here and social workers can take these kind of calls. Well, that's what I want to show y'all. Y'all tell me whether crisis worker or whether social worker will come in and resolve this call. Y'all show me that. That's why I did this video, so that y'all could educate me on what the social worker or what a crisis worker could do to actually resolve this domestic dispute. Okay? All right. So without further ado,
X-ray DV happened last night. Pretty deep on her face. He's got a pretty good sized kitchen knife in his hand. We got him put it back. He put it in his pocket. He refused to drop it. And he admitted to the DV too.
now he ain't got no steak knife. This nigga has a chef knife. I know this because I'm somewhat of a chef in my household. And I have a beautiful, beautiful knife set. But This motherfucker here definitely got a chef knife. Y'all don't know what a chef knife is, and I'm talking about a full-size chef knife. Not one of them little small knives, not one of them little Walmart. No, this nigga has a chef knife. Good old-fashioned, what's the not Michael Myers, what's the other one? The shower killer. I forgot that one. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. With the mama, dude dressed up like his mama and all that shit and was killing motherfuckers with the big old chef knife. He got that motherfucking knife. That's the knife he got. The shower scene. Y'all know the Anthony Bates. Thank you. Thank you, John. He got that Anthony Bates psycho knife. So keep watching.
But she's pretty beat up. But she's the only other person. She's just standing there next to her car right now. But yeah, we're gonna shoot him because he's from Detroit.
Norman Bates. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Sean. Norman Bates. This nigga said psycho Kwame Daddy. Y'all ain't shit. See right here, these police trying to put this black man into a Dulo twist. That's what they try. They put this nigga into a Dulo twist right now. See these white boy police, they out here putting this black man into a Dulo twist already. See, this is the question that we need to be able to ask out here. We need to be able to ask the question of why these white boy police is always trying to put a black man into a Dulo twist. See, because this black man won't put the apple in his mouth, these white boys out here trying to put this nigga into a Dulo twist. I swear, oh Lord. All right, these white boy tactics that they using on this black man ain't shit, I swear. I wish that somebody could just ask this nigga live on camera. Man, what the fuck is a Dulo twist? The fact that these niggas watch this nigga and don't nobody. I mean, it's just like me just telling y'all some shit like look, even when I say the overlay for the underlay, I explain that. That means somebody's telling you this thing so they can actually do this thing. So they're laying this down so they can ultimately lay this on top of it. That's like a setup. Like a trick, like a smoke screen. You have a smoke screen, your smoke screen is up, so you're looking at the smoke, but you can't see what's moving in the smoke. It's like, why can't you explain that? Instead of just saying the same old shit. White boy tactics, Dulo twist, boy, get you. Self-talk. Casino, that's it. That's the only thing this nigga guarantees 16 this nigga gonna say. Woo, boy, I tell you. I can't believe it. I understand that this nigga says this stupid shit because he's really honest, in all honesty. He's really just not a smart person. You have people, not saying that somebody is like really like highly educated, like a person who has a PhD or their master's. No, not saying that you got to be that. I'm saying that this person doesn't have like general basic GED knowledge. That's how dumb this nigga is. This nigga don't have that. When I say he's not a smart man, I'm not saying he should be a scholar. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying he's not scholastically smart. He's not very high academic, academically inclined. No, I'm not saying that. No, this person is like not retarded, but just enough to where he can live on his own and not kill himself or someone else. That's how dumb that dude is. And it's thousands upon thousands of people following him is what's scary. Not the fact that this dumbass, you can give a retard a fucking microphone and a fucking YouTube channel, and they're gonna do something with it. But this motherfucking here is like really like, dude, You like don't know shit. Like don't know, can't speak, can't talk. He just, I just gotta say these key phrases and these key words, shit, That's what I do. Like, that's it. But I digress. Let's go.
But it's like,
That's just crazy.
you didn't know that was taken. You're okay, you're okay.
I can't stop laughing.
I knew, how you think. I never look at a woman and say, I can beat her up. Like, why would I want to do that? That's what I'm saying. This happened, like, when I'm you're fine. Don't work on you. Oh, no, look. It's fine.
So, Robert, when did all this happen?
Yesterday.
Okay. So, all that I got to call, Robert?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, just like y'all saying, I'm just standing here because I've been talking to y'all this whole time.
We're talking about
So y'all, I'm telling y'all, look, I got a knife in here, that's it.
Yeah, I know. Can you put it on the ground for us?
But I'm just telling y'all doing the same thing.
No, we don't have our
See this shit?
hands on our weaponry now. All right. Thank you, Ross. Okay? Appreciate it.
I'm just letting y'all know
Okay.
that
Hey, Robert. Can we talk about this a little bit more? You want to talk about it, right?
I mean, can y'all not come near me? Because I ain't coming near y'all, though.
We just...
What we have is that we want to get away from that knife. You want to step over here and talk to us? That'd be fine. We want to be away from that knife.
John said, I want the knife.
This is what I'm saying right here. We all should have rights to just be able to stand where we want to stand. We should be able to do what we want to do. Like, this is our planet. Like, this is our planet. Y'all coming around like this is y'all's and y'all taking it from us.
I understand. We just want to get you away from the knife. Can you
that's
just
all
step...
y'all worried about. I'm worried about everything. Like, I just lost my whole... look what I just did. This is this matrix that we living in. We've been lied to. We all been lied to.
Yes, that nigga's in the Matrix. And I'm telling you like this. This is the kind of shit that police officers deal with every day. Not once in a lifetime, once every 10 years, a couple of times a year, every 6 months. This is the kind of shit they deal with every day. Crazy motherfuckers that's out on the street that are detached from reality or just outright delusional. And it's like, here you go. Handle it.
We all been lied to.
All been lied to.
Robert, what happened earlier? I don't know anything that happened earlier about that. Can you tell me a little bit what happened earlier?
He's pretty beat up over there.
So look at me, baby. Just tell me.
Refusing to put down the knife. The knife in his pocket.
Baby.
However, you put it down, but he's refusing to step away from the knife.
You said this Mortal Kombat.
Sir, can I just have you take a couple steps that way?
Robert, step over here for a minute. I'm not going to come near you.
Boom.
I stay right
See
here.
that non-compliant?
And we still talk because y'all worried about the knife. Like, y'all got guns, tasers, every fuck. That's what I'm saying, baby. That's what I'm saying. The control. That's what I was doing. I came clean. Right?
Can't wait to go back and
You don't have to forgive me, but I'm still coming clean. Like, they ain't coming clean. Like, y'all in y'all uniform, like, I've been in uniforms too, and when the truth is the truth is the truth, man. Like, y'all don't even know who running y'all. Or do y'all know? Do y'all know who running y'all? They don't even care about that. That's what I'm saying. And all they caring about is the knife. And I ain't even got the knife. I'm just a man right here.
We're
Right?
just asking
That's how
if you
y'all
could
look
step
at me.
away from the knife for a second, sir.
And if I step away from the knife, what that mean? Are you recording, baby?
You hit this nigga, man. Now listen to the bit.
Don't move!
Don't move.
That nigga out there barefoot, I guess he connected to something, huh? He connected to something. Now, why is it that every time a motherfucker call the police and then a motherfucker gets shot by the police that they called, they the first ones yelling and screaming and hollering, talking about, no, nah. Motherfucker sound like Master P. Nah. Nah. Why do they motherfuckers do this every fucking time? I don't understand that shit. This nigga got a knife out here barefoot. Like Glenda said, this nigga out here philosophizing with the philosophizing with the police. And you know this nigga ain't wrapped too tight. You know this nigga crazy. And there you go. This is what he does. Now, some people will look at this and be like, why he shoot him in the back, man? Why they do it? He was trying to run away. No, nigga, no. But let's finish watching the rest of this.
Stop! Radio 4 request medical filter. Hands! Give me your hands! Stop moving!
Hey, somebody else come get this
Get
hand!
hands on him!
Hey!
Stop moving!
Don't move!
Here you go.
All right,
one to the side.
Now they pretty much, yep, got him cuffed.
Hold on,
Where's
Max.
he at? Where's he at? He shot on his arm.
First aid.
I shot right here in the hand.
Shot in the back. We got
In
two
the back.
safety sessions.
All right, now that's the other camera angle. We'll get to that at the end. But now I'm going to break this down, and I'm going to show you where these officers, where they fucked up, and they actually could have saved this dude's life. They actually could have saved this dude's life. So let me show you exactly what my opinion is of this. So you pulling up on site, you know what this is the message, right? And there comes a point where you have to make a choice. Number one, I want to show you something too real quick. Actually, you can see it here when the other camera view shows up. Can I see it from there? I think so. Oh yeah. I'm gonna show you something on this van. This is why police officers, when you arrive on the scene, you gotta take in everything. Because when you walking up and you see that this is this dude's vehicle, that's his girl right there.
Hello, ma'am.
Right?
Hi.
And you see this. You see what's written on the window. We choose whatever. Okay? Let's see what's on the other one. We proceed, or we produce, I think that's what it says, the outcome. Now, not that you need to figure this out, but this lets you know that there's some crazy shit going on already. You can see this, and this is an indicator as to what type of motherfucker you about to be dealing with. All right? That's why I mean, when you see shit like this, you need to know what's going. It gives you just information. It gives you a little bit of insight of what you're dealing with. But let's go back. And when you see something like this and you start talking, once that knife is produced, even though they've already told you about it, you know where it's at. You got a choice now, either to escalate and demand that knife be put down at gunpoint. That's when your guns come out, or you're gonna try to negotiate with them. That, in my opinion, is up to you as the officer, or whoever the officer is in charge, as to how you're gonna proceed. But there are several opportunities here that they missed out on, where they could have changed the outcome. So you already get the gist of what's happening and what's going on. You walk up here, you gloving up, You see that he's talking to a motherfucker. Now, you don't want to just walk up on this motherfucker right now because you know there's a knife involved and you ain't seen it. And he's fairly calm right now. He's not agitated. He ain't yelling. He's just talking. Could be high, could be drunk. You don't know. So, hey, all right, let's see where this goes.
Don't work on you. Oh, no, look. This fine.
So, Robert, when did all this happen?
Yesterday.
Okay.
So he's talking about the domestic, him and his girl.
Saying, like, I mean, just like y'all saying, I'm just standing here because y'all.
Now he got his hands right there in the pocket.
So y'all, I'm telling y'all, look, I got a knife in here. That's it.
Yeah,
He got a knife in here. That's
So
it.
I'm just telling y'all doing the same thing.
And he's putting the knife up. Now, right here, guns come out. Guns come out. Guns out. If I'm there, my gun is out. That's what I'm gonna do because I'm well aware of what a motherfucker can do with a gun. With a knife in a short distance. Everybody seen the video I did talking about the 21-foot rule and all that kind of shit. That's exactly what I'm going to be thinking about. The 21-foot rule is real. If you ain't never seen it, go on YouTube it. Just put in 21-foot rule and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So that shit is real. That shit does matter. Okay? So that's why me being the cop that I am and seeing what I'm seeing, totality of the circumstances, this motherfucker got a chef's knife outside talking crazy to the motherfucker. I got my gun out.
We don't have our weapon, our hands on weaponry now. All right, thank you, Ross. Okay, appreciate it.
I'm just letting y'all know
Okay.
that.
Hey, Robert. Can we talk about this a little bit more? You wanted to talk about it, right?
I mean, can y'all not come?
Now, here's the window of opportunity. Here's the window of opportunity right here. If you wanted to make this what do you call it? A non-lethal apprehension, this is where you do it. And the reason why I'm going to say what I'm about to say is only because of the number of officers that's on site here. All right? Because right now you got 1, 2, 3 to 1, or maybe even 4, but it's at least 3 officers out here now. When he put that knife down on the ground, with the distance that he's at now, you can charge him and hopefully get to him in time. The odds of him bending down and picking up that knife are slim to none because, in my opinion, he's not being aggressive. He's not trying to stab this person now. So you kind of got him in a triangle. What I would look for, if this is me, what I'm going to look for is I'm going to look for that dude to start talking to that officer. Once he starts talking to that officer and his head is turned, I'm going to explode out the 3-point stand. I'm coming at him like motherfucking Javon Curse off the end. That's what I'm going to do. Other than that, if he don't turn and talk to him, but there's a moment when he does.
Come near me because I ain't coming
let me
near
see
y'all.
if I passed it or not.
Okay.
Let me go back. Right.
Yo, I'm telling y'all what the look.
So
I got
he
a knife
pulls
in
it
here.
out.
That's it.
Yeah, no, can you put it on the ground for
You
us?
gonna drop
I'm just
it?
telling y'all doing the same thing.
We don't have our weapon, our hands on weaponry now. All right.
Right
thank you,
there.
Ross. Okay, appreciate it.
I'm just
Position.
letting
You
y'all
see
know
where he's at?
that.
I'm going to shut up and boom, right now. Right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now.
I mean,
The odds of him being able to turn around and to bend down, see, he got to turn around, see me coming, make the decision to bend down, to step over, bend down and pick up this knife because the knife ain't just right there at his feet. I'm going. Right. I mean, I'm going after this nigga like LT. Like LT coming after Joe Theismann. I'm coming at him. That's what I'm going to do because that's a moment there where we can actually get him subdued. Because I'm going to tackle this motherfucker and we going to wrestle with his ass on the ground. We got the knife that's on the ground. I'm going for it. If I'm going to do this and it not turn out that I don't have to use no weapon. I don't have to use my firearm rather. That's what I'm gonna do.
Y'all not come near me because I ain't coming near y'all though.
What we have is that we want to get away from that knife. You want to step over here and talk to us? That'd be fine. We want to be away from that knife.
Now, this is where the window closes.
This is what I'm saying right here. We all should have rights to just be able to stand where we want to stand. To be able to do what we want to do. Like, this is our plan.
Boom! You can go get him now. You can go get him now.
Like, this is y'all, and y'all taking it from us.
Now you see what he's doing?
I understand. We just want to get you away from the knife.
Can
That's
closer
what
to that
y'all
knife.
worried about. I'm worried about everything. Like, I just lost my whole. Look what I just did.
Inches. He's steadily inching toward that knife. Now all bets are off. Because what he's saying and what he's doing, two different things. Real South, you want me to turn my sound down? Turn your sound down, man. Ain't nobody else complaining about the sound but you. So yeah, turn your sound down. But you can see that he's inching closer to the knife. You see that already.
This is this matrix that we living in. We've been lied to. We all been lied to.
See that?
We all been lied to.
So not only is he speaking irrationally, he's also closed that gap on that knife. Now I'm in a situation where my hands are kind of tied now. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, if this dude go for this knife, I'm going to have to let his ass have it. Because I'm not going to let him close that distance between me and the knife and where he at. I'm not going to let him do it.
Robert,
right, it's 4th and goal right now.
What happened earlier? I don't know anything happened earlier.
Jamil, you ain't shit.
Can you tell me a little bit what happened earlier?
He's pretty beat up over there.
So look at me, baby.
See?
Refusing to put down the knife.
Now, even officer behind him, he could chance it. And here's why he could chance it. Because he could bull rush his ass and hit him like a defensive tackle. And all he needs to do is fall forward. Because once he goes, I'm going. But that opportunity, it goes very quickly.
Baby.
However you put it down, he's refusing.
And even if you didn't want to run up on him, if you start walking up on him and he goes, I would be like this, like, hey man, you gonna come step over here and we're gonna talk. We're gonna come step over here, we're gonna talk, and then we can talk all you want, but you're just gonna get over here away from the knife. Then that way you gonna see what his intentions are. Either he gonna go for that knife or he gonna let you talk to him and he gonna let you say, well, don't put your hands on me. Yeah, just back the fuck up and get away from this knife. Now the knife is away, we can chat with this motherfucker. But they are sitting here bullshitting, and because of they bullshitting, he's actually in his mind. Like I always tell you, when you're failing not to act and you're not in charge, the motherfucker that you there to arrest or the motherfucker that's breaking the law is constantly thinking, and he's deciding on what the fuck he's gonna do. That's why you want to be fast and deliberate. That's why you want to take a motherfucker by storm. That's why you want to surprise a nigga. Whatever you want to do, you want to do it and do it quick so that you can keep this person off of their heel. You want to get them off of their heel so they won't sit and make decisions that can fuck somebody else up. You want to get him off kill. You want to get him, keep him discombobulated. You don't want him to get set in his mind on what the fuck he wants to do or what the fuck he gonna do, because it's gonna turn out bad for somebody else. And it may even be him. And in this case, it was him.
Step away from him now at this point. Sir, can I just have you take a couple steps that way?
Robert, step over here for me. I'm not gonna come near you.
Can I stay right here? No. And we still talk because y'all worried about the knife. Like, y'all got guns, tasers.
You see where he's at now with the knife? It's over. It's over. There is no more compromise in this situation now, because that knife is literally inches away from his foot. He can literally just squat and pick the knife up. So now it's over. There is no room to make this a situation unless he steps away from it, which he's clearly shown you. But what he said, he's shown you that he's not going to step away from it. So now that lets me know, as an officer, his intention. At some point, when this shit ain't working out for him the way he wanted to, oh, this nigga's picking up this knife. And me as an officer, what I'm going to tell him, this is what I would do, because this is why I say it's so important to be intentional and to be in charge when you in these type of situations. Because in that situation, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull my gun and I'm going to tell him, look here, man, if you so much as bend down an inch and go for that knife, I'm going to shoot you where you stand. All that shit you talking, I understand. But if you so much as even bend a muscle towards that knife, I am going to shoot you, sir. That's what I would tell him. Because then you're going to now put him in a situation where he can't, I didn't think they would shoot me. I was just picking a knife up to give it to him. I'm telling you what I'm going to do. So don't you do it. Because if you try to do it, this is what I'm going to do. So many times, police officers trying to be nice, trying to be friendly, let's keep things cool, man. When you ain't dealing with a motherfucker that want to keep shit cool, ain't no point in you trying to keep it cool. You need to be intentional on your orders and on what you're directing that person to do. Because when you don't, and when shit goes left, then they'll have a million other excuses as to, I was just trying to get away. I was scared. I didn't know what they was going to do. I thought they was trying to kill me. Well, the officer clearly told you if you make a move towards that knife, he's going to shoot you. Why would you then make a move, sir? I thought that I was just trying to help him and get him. No, he told you flat out straight to your face what he was going to do. Sometimes you have to understand that these situations, some people already have in their mind that they're going to die. Some people already have a death wish. Some people don't give a fuck if they die. They've already said, fuck it. So what their next move is, I'm going to try to take as many motherfuckers as I can with me. I'm going to try to take the bitch who's the reason for all of this shit with me. I'm going to try to take another. They will make their mind up and say, I'm going to take some more motherfuckers with me. A lot of times, that's how this shit goes. And it's unfortunate because a lot of times cops are put in situations where you have suicide by cops scenarios. But as unfortunate as that is, that's the job. And with that being the job, you have to then make up your mind that you're going home. Because that person will try to kill you in order to force you to kill them. That's just what it is.
That's what I'm saying, baby. That's what I'm saying. The control.
The control.
That's what I was doing. I came clean. Right?
Now he talking about the control and he saying he came clean. So that means he done told her that either he getting high again and was supposed to be clean, or he done fucked some other bitch or something and then finally told her about it. One of them two. That's all I said. I said this nigga either done fell off the drug wagon or some shit, or this nigga done cheated on her ass and said, fuck it, I'ma tell her. That's exactly what I surmised from this shit. But let's see what else happened.
You don't have to forgive me, but I'm still coming clean. Like, they ain't coming clean.
You do?
Like, y'all in y'all uniform, like, I've been in uniforms too, and when the truth is the truth is the truth, man. Like, y'all don't even know who running y'all, or do y'all know? Do y'all know who running y'all?
This lets you know that this is a person that is not, this person, and in all actuality, this person is mentally fucked up. He got some mental shit happening. I don't know if he was a soldier at one point in time, or if he got shit. He bipolar. I have no idea. But this is clearly a point that I've always made about how we have people, and even though this woman's dating this nigga and she with this nigga, we have people that motherfuckers are in relationships with, been in relationships with, and all that kind of good stuff that they know are fucked up in the head. Got some real shit wrong with them, and they stay with them. Stay with them. This is the kind of shit that I get so baffled by it. It's like, you know, this motherfucker is fucked up mentally. And not to say that that person can't never be all right or can't get help and all that type of shit, but just like a person who's on drugs or like this person here, if this person there could possibly be some medication that could keep this dude sane and he could be living a close to normal life and be fine. But when you see that these people don't have the discipline to stay on their meds, they constantly have these battles and these ups and downs. What are you doing? You putting your life in jeopardy too. You are. And it's like when a person gets to the point to where they have these kind of issues and they can get off their meds to be doing crazy shit like this. Come on, man. This is the kind of stuff that we need to be pushing for. Instead of talking about Black Lives Matter, we need to be talking about crazy niggas matter. That's what we need to be talking about. Crazy motherfuckers matter. This is the kind of stuff that needs our direct, immediate attention. These are the kind of things, these are the kind of people that really do need resources. Like right now. Not now, but right now.
They don't even care about that. That's what I'm saying. And all they caring about is the knife. And I ain't even got the knife.
Yes.
I'm just a man right here. Right?
That's
how y'all look
step
at it.
away from the knife for a second.
Yes, nigga, we do care about the knife. Because you talking
baby?
about it, you the nigga with the knife. Yes, I would be concerned about the knife. You have the Ajanti dagger. And yes, I'm concerned about it because if you got this knife, that means you could kill compassion. You trying to kill the golden child, nigga. This is Brother Noopsy in the flesh. Hell yeah, I'm concerned about the knife and I want it. This nigga has the Ajanti dagger and is trying to kill the golden child. You need to stop him. Now, some people will look at this and they will say, why he shoot him in the back? How come he just didn't shoot him in the leg? Just to stop him. That's that lethal weapon. Why he just couldn't shoot him in the leg? How come he didn't shoot the knife out his hand? No. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Here's the thing. They had to shoot him because he swung at the officer already to try to create some space, but he going after that bitch. He's going to try to kill that bitch. And listen to what he says.
I'm just a man right here.
Right?
That's how y'all look at
step
it.
away from the knife for a second.
And if I step away from the knife, what that mean? Are you recording, baby?
That mean we're not gonna shoot you. So did you hear what she said? He said, you recording, baby? Yep. But then she said, this is absurd. So that's what makes him give up. And he just says, fuck it. That's exactly when he's sitting there pleading his case, saying all this shit. When he's like, baby, you recording this? And she like, I don't know why you doing this. This is absurd. Then he gives up right then and there. He says, you know what? Fuck it. Let me show you what absurd is. And a lot of times, men get in these situations where, even though they need mental help, they put all of this shit and go through all of this shit just trying to get some common ground, trying to get some understanding, trying to get some support, whatever the hell he trying to get from his woman. He ain't getting it right now, and he's done. That's why he looked down at the knife, and that's why he says, fuck it.
Don't have.
Caring about is the knife, and I ain't even got the knife. I'm just a man right here.
That's
We're
Right.
just asking
That's how
if you
y'all
could
look
step
at it.
away
I
from the
see
knife
it.
for a second.
Fuck
And if I step away from the knife, what that mean? Are you recording, baby?
for the first time in my life, I'm finally free. No mansion for me. I said, fuck it.
Don't have.
And then, now I don't know if her gun jammed. I don't know if that officer's gun jammed or if that officer didn't have a round chamber. I don't know because I was trying to look to see if a round came out when they racked the slide, but I didn't see it. Let me take it back one more game. And I'm gonna try to just focus on that.
Don't have.
Yeah, I didn't see a round come out. I couldn't really see it, but I think, just from my opinion, because I mean, in my opinion, Glocks work. I'm just saying. I've seen a Glock give a like a stovepipe, or I've seen a Glock have a failure to eject because somebody is not holding it correctly. Like if you hold, and that's not just with a Glock, but if you hold some guns loosely in your hand and you're not holding it tight enough, firm enough, then you will see it'll, because of the inertia from the chain reaction with the gunpowder and all that, if that gun's not being held tight enough to where that action can take place, but it's because it's loose, it doesn't give enough pressure and it's not enough force to actually do that. I've seen a failure to eject with a Glock. I've seen that. I've seen that with other guns too, but I'm just saying. Or just like if somebody's holding the gun in the wrong angle, or if they're holding it sideways or some shit like that, it'll do that. But I don't believe this person had a, thank you, JC, he agreed. I believe that this person didn't have a round chamber. And everybody and their mama should know that I am totally against that shit. That whole thing about not having a round chamber in your gun is some dumb shit. I don't give a fuck what. There is nobody that can justify not having a round chamber in their handgun. I don't get it. I don't understand why somebody would do it. I don't understand why somebody think it's okay. Why you would not have a round chamber in your handgun, I have no idea. But I believe that's what happened in this situation here, that officer didn't have a round chamber.
Don't move!
Don't move.
Yeah, there she goes yelling and screaming. Oh Lord, down, down, down.
Stop! Radio 4 request medical filter. Hands! Give me your hands! Stop moving!
Hey, somebody else come get this hand.
Hands on him!
Hey.
Stop moving!
Don't move.
And here's my thing. It's like women. Y'all know what's going to happen in these situations. Y'all know what's going to happen in these situations. Your boyfriend, your husband, your nephew, your cousin, your uncle is acting a goddamn fool, and you call the police. What do you think is going to happen to this person? Oh, thank you, CJ Gunn, for put that message up in the chat. Thank you so much. It's like y'all know what's going to happen. Number one, if you out here on some domestic shit and you done fuck somebody up or done displayed a weapon or done had a weapon or got a weapon, you're going to jail. You know that, number one. You know that's going to happen. Number two, If for some reason this person acts up in any shape, form, or fashion, you know good and goddamn well they gonna get shot. Or they gonna get tased. Or they gonna get their ass beat, whatever the case may be. And I don't understand why these women do this shit every single time. Mamas do it, baby mamas do it, sisters do it, aunties do it, cousins do it. Y'all talk all this cash shit about the police, and then when some shit go left, y'all calling them talking about come get this crazy nigga. If this was the case, if y'all so hell-bent on defunding the police, how come y'all niggas ain't calling these people therapists? How come y'all ain't calling they psychiatrists? How come y'all not calling these people that can come and de-escalate this situation? Why y'all calling the police? Your husband act up, you know he crazy? Call his therapist. Call his psychologist. Call them motherfuckers. When y'all call the police, these people, the police, let me tell you something about the police. The police are the police. That's what they do. They enforce the law. They are not there to give your fucking loved one, your baby daddy, your cousin, your uncle. They are not there to give them counseling. They are not there to give them surgery. They are not there to give them medical attention. You ought to be glad that most police officers got to know a little bit of first aid and CPR. You ought to be glad of that. That's not their job. Their job is not there to save these people's lives. That is not what the police are there for. So if you want some help for this person, he just needs some help, then you need to call that person's psychiatrist. And if they don't have a psychiatrist, ding, 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 maybe that's what you should be working on. When they ain't doing some crazy shit. When they just get home from jail. When they just get out from wherever the fuck they been and they back home with your ass. Not you. I told him he need to go get some therapy. No, you call. You call. That's what y'all motherfuckers don't want the police to do this shit. Then that's what you need to do. Get them some help while they ain't doing the wild shit. Because when they are, we ain't showing up for shit but to stop this motherfucker by any means necessary. We are here to stop the fucking wild shit. And we're going to do that by either taking this motherfucker into custody or, if we have to, shoot this motherfucker down. So I shot him down. So the next time you think that you gonna say, well, we gonna have to do something, because don't call 911. Because if you call 911 and you get the police there, that's what's gonna happen. Just like this nigga here. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Ain't nobody gonna be, because it's like this. If you can't control them, what the fuck makes you think I can? I don't even know this nigga. I don't even know this nigga. If you can't get this motherfucker under control, what makes you think I can? What makes you think I got a fucking chance at getting this nigga to actually get under control and to say, okay, we've diffused the situation, he stopped, and you can't even get him to stop, and you know this nigga, been living with this nigga, been fucking this nigga been your uncle for 32 years, whatever the case may be. You got ties to this man, and you can't stop him, and you think I can? And this nigga got a knife? I'm not gonna deal with that shit. I'm not gonna put my life in danger for your crazy ass boyfriend. I'm not gonna put my life on the line and fuck around and die for your crazy ass nigga. Because when that nigga kill me and I'm dead and gone and they lock him up for life, you gonna be on to the next nigga dick. You gonna be fucking his friend, his brother, or some other nigga that knew him anyway, you gonna be fucking him in 3 months' time, tops. So for me, nigga come my way, nigga come set, I'm not gonna do shit but send that nigga to
The upper room with Jesus.
That's what I'm doing. And that's what all you police officers need to do. We don't have, you don't, it is not, look here, all my fellow law enforcement brethren, it is not your responsibility to give these motherfuckers the mental, medical attention that they need. It is not your responsibility to de-escalate these motherfuckers with these weapons. Now, if that nigga out there and there's 3 of y'all and he out there on this shit, hey, roll up your sleeves and tussle with the nigga. I get it. But that motherfucker got a fucking chef's knife out there talking about we all in the Matrix. Y'all know who controlling y'all? I done wore a uniform too. We done all been under control. Who controlling you? Baby, you recording this? This is absurd, Robert. You better be ready. You better be ready. Because that nigga like, a nigga like that, he ain't got it together. He ain't gonna be rational. So how you gonna try to rationalize with a fucking savage? You can't reason with this nigga. They tried every way possible to reason with this nigga. What'd he do? He wound up picking up the knife that he already had, that he had dropped. He picked the motherfucker back up and ran at that bitch and tried to kill her. And if he'd have got to that bitch, he would have killed her ass. And he would have been expected to die himself. That shit is insane. Don't put your life on the line because this nigga ain't got it all. That's not your job. And for you people that want your loved ones to be gently and calmly taken into custody, keep them out the goddamn kitchen then so they don't have a fucking chef's knife when the police show up.
All right, come to the side. Come to the side.
Hold on, Max.
Where's he at? Where's he at? He shot on his arm.
I shot right here in the hand.
Shot in the back. We got 2 second sessions.
Yeah, niggas need knives.
Hello, ma'am. Hi.
This is the matrix that was in here. You've been lied to. We've all been lied to. We've all been lied to.
What happened earlier? I don't know anything happened.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit what's going on?
So look at me, baby. Just tell me. Baby.
Baby. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. That man was looking for her to tell him it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna take you back. That's what that man was looking for. He said, Brian, did you notice he knew how to get off the ground when they turned him on the side and bent his knee? No, I didn't notice it. I'm going to check that out. But I'm telling you, that's all that man wanted. In all of his craziness, in all of his fucked up mentality and all this matrix shit he was talking and all that shit he was saying, all he wanted was for her to say, it's going to be okay. And we going to figure this out. I love you, and we going to take, and I'm going to take you back. That's all he wanted. That's all that man wanted. Because you can clearly see, and as fucked up as it is, you can clearly see that at the point when she told him that this is absurd, he gave up and said, fuck it. Yes, Gabe, she broke him. She broke his ass. And that's what kills me about our women. We be the ones that be all of this, we do and go through all of this bullshit. We do all the back and forth. And when a nigga is in crisis, a nigga is at his worst, and a bitch done had enough, she like, fuck it. Fuck him. Fuck that. Even if she didn't mean it, why wouldn't you calm him and knowing that he's reaching out to you? Because this whole time, he's only really concerned about her. Why wouldn't you tell him what he needs to hear so that the police can take him into custody? Why wouldn't you be the strong woman, the strong black woman that you is? Why wouldn't you just take one for the team and tell him that it's going to be okay? A simple, baby, I understand. Baby, we going to be all right. Baby, we going to work this out. Baby, I got you. Just let the police do what they going to do, and I'm going to come get you, and we going to be all right. Why not give him that in what is now the worst moment of his life, and soon to be the last moments of his life? And I'm going to tell you why she didn't. Because she tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of him. I can't do this no more. Ain't it something? Ain't it something? How when you get tired and when you can't do this no more, how you just don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself? Let a little bit of this reality sit in for a minute. I'm just gonna let that sit right there. The person who actually could have talked this man down, the person who actually could have been the crisis worker in the moment, the person who could have been the social worker in the moment, the person who could have been the what's the dude name in the Negotiator? Saban. The person who could have been Saban in the moment. I can't remember his first name. Jack Saban or Nick Saban or some shit like that. I don't know. But in the Negotiator, the person who could have been the Negotiator, the person who could have just talked him on down, wanted to tell him that what he's doing is so absurd. Wanted to tell him that I ain't got, because she tired and she can't do this no more. In his worst moment, she couldn't even tell him what he needed to hear just to get him to surrender. Because all he wanted, because he came clean, all he wanted was absolution. All he wanted was another chance. That's all. But what did she do? In her mind, you gonna take him back, girl? Shit. Next thing you know,
Sir, can I just have you take a couple steps that way?
Well, step over here, okay? not gonna come in.
Can I stay right here?
No.
And we still talk because y'all worried about the knife. Like, y'all got guns, tasers, every fuck. That's what I'm saying, baby. That's what I'm saying. The control.
Still talking to her.
That's what I was doing.
Still pleading his case to her. You hear that? He ain't tripping on them police officers. He's trying to get forgiveness from her. And in his worst hour, in the worst moment, in the last few moments of his life, she wouldn't even give it to him.
I came clean, right? You don't have to forgive me, but I'm still coming clean. Like, they ain't coming clean. Like, y'all in y'all uniform, like, I've been in uniforms too, and when the truth is the truth is the truth, man. Like, y'all don't even know who running y'all. Or do y'all know? Do y'all know who running y'all? They don't even care about that. That's what I'm saying. And all they caring about is the knife. And I ain't even got the knife. I'm just a man right here. Right? That's how y'all look at
step
me.
away from the knife for a second.
And if I step away from the knife, what that mean?
He's just basically telling the police and trying to plead his case to her. When the police officer first, the body cam for the first police officer walking up, you saw that dude was just talking and explaining what had happened yesterday to the officer. He was explaining it to him because all he was trying to do was get things straight with her. Out of all of this, the only thing he really wanted was her forgiveness, and for her to say, we cool and we gonna work it out. Yep, Amanda said she was the hostage negotiator and failed. She was the hostage negotiator and said, fuck it. Call it what it is. She said, fuck this and fuck that. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more. And my thing is this. This is why I say that when it comes to choosing men, picking baby fathers, picking husbands, I totally understand why fathers and elders betrothed their daughters and the women of the village. I totally understand. Because I guarantee you that at some point, this man had a little bit of something together. But I guarantee you that the same shit he's doing now, he's been doing for some time. This ain't no, he just started acting crazy like this 3 weeks ago. He just started doing this 3 months ago. I guarantee you them niggas been fucking around with each other for years. And he been doing crazy shit, not necessarily this bad, but similar to it, and knowing he can work up to it for years. I bet you he been fucking up and fucking around and doing shit, whatever struggles he had, I guarantee you he's had them for years. Former bus driver from Detroit. I did see a picture of him driving a bus too. Just saying. And it's like we get this thing to where you get so caught up into the back and forth and the dysfunction of the relationship, you putting up with it, having fun with it, leaving them 1 week, going back with them next week, y'all off and on, all this shit, arguing and fighting and all that shit goes on and on and on. Knowing how dysfunctional this shit is. And then, when the motherfucker goes left and you tired, now it's fuck him. Fuck him, girl. Fuck him. Fuck him, girl. Fuck him. And the shit goes both ways. Because just like when a woman is dealing with a nigga and that nigga is beating her ass for years and years and years and he finally kill her, then everybody like, oh, she was such a great person. Why not just leave the first time? Ain't nobody perfect. Why not just leave the second time? Why not just leave the third time? Because it ain't never that story. It ain't never that story. And that's the thing that really pisses me off about us. We will suffer. We will go through. We will give niggas chance again and all that. We'll do all that shit until we get something better that's coming along. Then it's, we just growing in a different direction. Or he just wouldn't grow. Or he just wouldn't this. We can come up with them excuses then, boy. But when a nigga paying them bills, when a nigga's providing for your ass and the nigga got a little piece of something, and you ain't got shit, are y'all ready to ride with the motherfucker? And then when shit does break all the way down, because it was already broken. It was already broken. But when it breaks all the way down, and that motherfucking plane is going down in flames, you put on that parachute, pull that motherfucking door, let it bust off, and you jump your ass out and look at them and go, boom, 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 pull your parachute and you gone.
Are you recording, baby?
And she tells him, you about to go to jail. This is absurd. Basically, like, nigga, you playing yourself. You about to go to jail and you out here doing some dumb shit. And that nigga like, fuck it. You do know that, right? You see what you see how she ain't just nigga on the edge. She steadily pushing him over. She made it seem like it was hopeless. You know you about to go to jail. You do know that, right? This is absurd. That lets you know that this nigga, he realizes, oh, she really done with me. Oh, she really done. Well, I ain't got shit else to live for, so fuck it. Ain't it something that you don't never see women doing this? When was the last time you seen a woman like this with police officers around with a knife or with a gun pleading for her man? When was the last time you seen this? Mr. Maxwell said, please explain that last point. Which point, sir? I've made several. What's going on, Kev? But think about it. When was the last time you seen a woman with 2-3 officers around her with a knife talking about, baby, I just want to make it up. I just want to talk, baby. I just want to. Baby, you recording? When have you seen it? Somebody send me the video. Men betrothing their daughters. Well, I'm a person where back in the day when they used to where women didn't get to choose their husbands, their fathers chose them. That's what I mean by Mr. Maxwell said, please explain my last point about why I understand why men betroth their daughters, or the elders in the village betroth their girls, the girls of the village, because men make better choices for women. Now, I know some women ain't gonna like that, but I tell you this, any woman that's willing to be honest, I guarantee you, if she go back and look at all of the men that she's been with, I ain't talking about this 1 or 2 women that may be in the chat that say, I've been with the same man and I've been with for 45 years. But you look at women that have been with multiple men throughout their lives, if they want to be honest, especially the ones in their younger years, they were not the best choice. They were not the men that they should have chosen. There were better men around that they did not choose for very superficial reasons. He wasn't popular enough. He didn't have no money at the time. The other dude that she really liked was a bad boy. This other nigga had really good dick. These are life choices that women make. Every day. Ooh, it's just something about him, girl. Way that nigga make my toes curl up, shit. I got to have that nigga. And have that nigga. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other women having the same nigga. And then they all fighting for the same nigga. And that nigga just fucking. But that's the nigga you want to have a kid with. That's the nigga you want to get married to. That's the nigga you hope will be faithful to you. And all that nigga doing is fucking. Meanwhile, the nerd that liked you, he a lame. Meanwhile, the nigga that had a regular job that liked you, he ain't got enough money. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. Especially women who don't have fathers in their lives. They destined to choose the wrong nigga. They destined to choose the wrong nigga. Find me a woman that didn't have a father in her life. Find me a woman that didn't have a good relationship with her father in her life, and I'll show you the plenty of men that she chose that was the wrong ones. And if you be honest and go back through them, they'll point it out, and most women will admit it. Yeah, that nigga wasn't shit. I don't know what I saw in that nigga. That nigga could really dance on the dance floor. We was at the club. That nigga, I was shaking my ass, and that nigga grinded his dick up on me, and his dick felt good, and that was it. That nigga came into the club. He was dressed nice, and he bought all of us drinks, and he had money. He looked like he had money, and that was it. I got drunk one night. I was high one night. That nigga was really fly. That's old school there. That's what it is. There it is. My dad was married all my life, and I always chose the wrong men. My dad was a wonderful dad. I just made poor choices. And I promise you, Daphne, if you would have let your dad pick a man for you or to pick a boy for you to date, he wouldn't have picked none of them niggas that you went with. Right. Glenda said the nigga could roller skate. What was that nigga name in Roll Bounce? The nigga that came out rolling like this, came out like that. Was that nigga name Too Sweet? That nigga that came out like that, nigga Too Sweet, boy. Women, man, let me tell you something. In my years of growing up, I can clearly remember girls wanting to not just date, have a nigga baby because he had good hair, because his eyes was gray, because his eyes was green, because he was light-skinned, because he had a car, because he was dressed so fresh, because he was the star basketball player. He was the star football player. He was the drum major. He was the best drummer. He was the one who could dance. He had the biggest dick. All the girls wanted to fuck him. I swear to God, I can remember just hearing girls say that shit. He had the best muscles. He had, nigga, we even had that shit in our yearbook. Best muscles. A nigga in there like, I think my nigga Rory or my nigga Mario or some shit like that won that shit. I bullshit you not. That's what they would go by. He got rims. He got money. He sell drugs though, but he got money. Fuck that, nigga. I bullshit you not. That's what they was wanting to mate with. Not just, God, give him some pussy. Want to mate. I want to have this nigga baby. I want to marry this nigga. So out of all of the bitches that's in this school, this nigga who got one of them attributes or multiple of those attributes, you mean to tell me that this nigga is gonna pick you out of all these other bitches in the school and not fuck with none of them, just you, because of your pussy? That's the rational. That's what young girls and young women, they rationalize that. Sweetness, you so fine. That's what they will rationalize it. They will say, yeah, I can fuck him enough and suck him enough to where I'm gonna be the best bitch he ever had, and he gonna pick me out of all these other bitches that's wanting to do the same thing that I'm willing to do to him. I want to have his, and if I have his baby, then we definitely gonna be together. I'm telling you. And young women, if I'm lying, please tell me. Those of you that are being, I mean, just all honesty, that dude you had may not have had your motherfucking baby or not. You may not have got pregnant, but you fucked a nigga because of one of them 10 things or 11 things that I named. You was with that nigga. Like, I'm his bitch because of those things. She said outright, Daddy said, I was a virgin in high school, a scarce few. Exactly. Heather said it too. You know all them girls was fucking. And they was fucking under them circumstances. Them girls wasn't trying to pair up. They wasn't trying to get married out of high school like they used to do back in the 50s. Back then, motherfuckers wanted to get married and get out of, when they get out of, by the time they got out of high school, they wanted to be married. That's why the girls would go and marry soldiers, because soldiers would have means. They would have money. They'd be in a uniform and all that shit. They would have something to where they could build a life from. You can't build a life because you can dance. You can pop your middle and do all this shit and roll your middle. You can do that. You sing like Trey Songz and he gonna be a star and you gonna be his girl. Right. That's exactly what they do as young girls. They make those decisions to mate with a motherfucker. Have that nigga's baby because of that shit. Those little superficial things that I named. So that's why it would make sense for a man to actually say, nah. Because me as a father, I know my daughter's going to like somebody who's attractive. I know my daughter's going to want to be with somebody who looks good and all that type of shit. But the thing is, I'm going to see past that as her father. What is this nigga on track to become? What is this nigga going to do? What is this nigga going to be? What kind of family does this nigga come from? This nigga talking about he play basketball and this nigga come from a family of motherfucking ratchet bitches and dope fiends? I'm sorry, baby girl, but the odds of this nigga providing for you a wonderful life are slim to none. This nigga just might make it to the league, but that doesn't mean he's gonna be good to you. But women will hitch their wagons to that. And wind up at best, if that nigga do make it and become one out of a million to get there, at best we'll wind up with some child support from the nigga. That's just what it is. So when you look at all of the shit that goes on and women make terrible choices when it comes to men, especially the younger they are, the dumber they are when it comes to that. They don't know how to maximize their youth and their beauty. And I'm not saying that a woman shouldn't just do nothing but sit around and be young and cute. No, build your life and get you some assets, get you some tools, like learning how to take care of a man, learning how to, even if you want to have your own career, that's fine too. Go out and say, I'm going to have a substantial career that can fucking sustain my life. Not being a fucking phlebotomist going to fucking Phoenix online. Go be a fucking lawyer. Go be a fucking doctor. Go be a fucking dentist. Go be a fucking real fucking career that is guaranteeing you money. Just saying. That shit makes a difference. because it puts you in an arena to where you can be around better catches, better men that are on higher levels, men that are doing better shit with themselves. Fucking neurosurgeons don't have time to go hang out at the fucking lounge. You don't catch fucking neurosurgeons at a fucking lounge. You catch a neurosurgeon at a fucking college campus. You catch a neurosurgeon at Harvard. You catch a neurosurgeon at fucking Yale. You catch neurosurgeons where neurosurgeons go. Not at motherfucking Chicago State University. So you need to be pursuing a career that will put you in those places where those people that are of a substantial career, hence having a substantial lifestyle, to where they can actually take care of a motherfucker. You want to put yourself in that situation, in that arena. For the most part, nurses fuck doctors. At least the fine ones do. The doctors fuck all the fine nurses. Now the other nurses, the other niggas will fuck them, but most of your fine ass nurses are usually married to or fucking a doctor. Now all the rest of them will wind up going wherever they gonna go. Same thing with lawyers. Most lawyers wind up fucking other lawyers because of the job. It's hours, it's timing, all of that shit. Just like a lot of airplane stewardesses, flight attendants. They wind up fucking pilots. Pilots wind up fucking other airline stewardesses. Whatever the fuck you call them. Flight attendants. That's just how it goes. Being in that arena, being in that same town, that same circle. That's what happens. So that was just my point of that. Let me go ahead and finish this up and we can get on up out of here. But just looking at the type of motherfucker that this dude, I can clearly say that this dude had issues. This dude had problems. This dude had a lot of fuck shit going on, and she could have too. But at this point here, this is where being humane and just being a good person should absolutely kick in, and where you should absolutely just do what you need to do to get this person safely apprehended. And she didn't. And there's where he gave up.
Don't. Shots fired. Shots fired. 11:41 code 3.
And now she's hurt. And now she just can't understand why he would do that. I tried, girl. And nobody will say what I said. Nobody will say the things that I said. Nobody will look at this shit and be like, yeah, that bitch could have saved him. That bitch could have really helped him, and she didn't. Because you don't want to hold women accountable for their actions. We see ain't shit women, ain't shit bitches, whatever you want to call them, all the time. And we find all the excuses in the world for them. You don't know what she was going through. You don't know what she had to put up with. You don't know what it's like to be in her shoes. You don't know the whole story. You ain't walked in her shoes. You don't know her life. But when it come to men, shouldn't have did it. Shouldn't have been fucking her raw. Shouldn't have been this. Well, that's what happened when you go to the other side. See, that's what happened when you pick this. See, that's what happened when you choose wrong. You hear it all the time. You know it. I know it. It is what it is. That's exactly how shit goes down. And that's exactly how things like this happen. When we get to the point to where, hey, you in a bad relationship, get out then. Once you see, yeah, this the second time. Yeah, this the first time. I'm done. That's why when I tell people about women that's in abusive relationships with a man beating her ass and a man going upside her head and all that shit, how many times did it happen? Well, this was the third time. Nope. She like it. Because if a nigga gonna whoop your ass, he'll kill your ass. Just saying. That's what happens. See, and getting to my point, Kai Petaway said, I'm a biochemist. I talk to women in close proximity. I talk to women in close proximity. It's just it's natural. Now you will have those people that will say, "Oh, this person's a mechanic and this person's a this or whatever," and they feel to separate. Yeah, that happens. In general, people fuck around with the things that they're around. That's just what it is. Based on your lifestyle, based on what you do in life, those are the people that you usually wind up dating. Those are the people that you usually wind up being with. Just like in the hood. Hood bitches fuck with hood niggas. Hood niggas fuck with hood bitches. There are a few that will get out, but most of them in general, that's who they're around. Daphne says, I'm retired law enforcement, therefore I can see both sides. I want to go home to my family at the end of my shift. Absolutely, that's your job. That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility, is to come home every day, every shift. When you check on, your responsibility is to come home safely. Real talk. Real talk. That's what it is. So I just wanted to break this video down. Like I said, the fact that this dude, went through what he went through and was struggling with what he was struggling with, there's a thin line between, police officer expectations and police officers' jobs. And when it comes to things of mental health issues, it is not police officers' responsibility to actually figure that stuff out. For those of you that got people in your lives that are crazy, got mental health issues, whatever the case may be, then I would tell you this. If you don't want them to get shot by the police when they had a crazy episodes, don't call them. Y'all deal with it yourself. Y'all get their psychiatrist on the phone. Y'all get their whatever on the phone that can talk them down. Y'all deal with them then, because when the police come, this is the type of shit that can and will happen. Every time. Because, just like Daphne said, they're trying to go home. I'm not trying to die at your crazy boyfriend, at your crazy ass uncle, at your crazy ass auntie's hands because they don't have the mental stability that they should. I'm not trying to die for that. Nobody should have to die because of that. And the help that they need, it should be coming from your local government, and it should be coming from your family. Y'all see that this nigga crazy? Put some money together and put that nigga in a home. Y'all see that she ain't right and she might kill the kids? Get her crazy ass locked up in a mental institution. Get her committed. Heather said, I'm a nurse and I never fool with people in my line of work. You end up stuck dealing with them if things go south. Right. I get that. I totally get that. Being a nurse and sleeping with doctors and all that shit. But if y'all ain't at the same hospital, or y'all at this person at a clinic, or this person got a private practice, whatever the case may be, then that's just what it is. So I just wanted to bring this up and just talk about this and just really get to the point of just how the expectations of police officers and what people want police officers to do, they can't do it all. They can't do it all. Firefighters come to put out fires. Some of them have EMT experience. Some of them are EMT certified, and they can do what EMTs do, but they are not EMTs. They are not police. They're firefighters. EMTs, they show up and they give you medical attention. They are not there to put out a fire, and they are not there to arrest someone. That is not their job. They're here to help somebody who is hurt. Police officers are there to enforce the law. Some of them have medical experience. Some of them are, well, all of them are know CPR and just general first aid. Yes, they do know that. But they are not there to put out a fire, and they are not there to perform an on-site tracheotomy or to intubate a motherfucker. They're not there to do that. That's not their job. And they are not there to help someone who is struggling with mental health issues get through it. They're not therapists. They're not psychiatrists. They're not psychologists. That is not their job. They are there to enforce the law. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's exactly what they're there for. So if you're not having an issue and you don't want a motherfucker to get locked up for breaking the law, don't call them. If you want somebody to come help get your crazy uncle, then you need to call a psychiatric ward. Because when you call the police and a crazy motherfucker tries to take somebody's life, that's what's going to happen to them. They are going to wind up in the upper room with Jesus. That's what's going to happen. So, thank you everybody that donated. Thank you to everybody that tuned into the show. I really did miss y'all. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to my man Bolo who donated. Shout out to my man Drayton who donated. And shout out to Second Face Design and Photography for donating. I appreciate it. And Glenda Smiles, I know she donated. Let me check and see if anybody else over here on the PayPal side of the game donated. I appreciate y'all so much sacrificing. Y'all could have spent that money anywhere, but y'all decided to give a little bit to your boy. And I appreciate that. Yep, that was it over there. Let me make sure everybody else is good on the PayPal because I don't want to miss nobody because I appreciate every dollar. Thank you guys so much. If you are watching this on the replay, please click that like button. Please click that subscribe button and that share button. And you can still donate by clicking the link in the description box. I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab and the United Guns of America. And until next time, peace and I'm out. Y'all be easy. I love you guys. Have a good night.
What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's two of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff. Anything that's happening, I'm willing to have a conversation about it. So come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.